The wizard and the letter from his father. Broken glass, secret societies, war, dreams, and the inheritance of courage. God bless. The wizard sat quietly, thinking about his father. Not as a perfect man, not as a distant legend, but as a powerful, complicated, loving, demanding presence who had shaped him in ways that still echoed through every project, every dream, every strange investigation, and every act of courage. His father had been a veteran, a wounded warrior from World War II, a businessman, a respected citizen, a man of discipline, leadership, self-defense, scouting, and duty. He believed a boy should learn how to stand up straight, face trouble, and man up when life came calling. The wizard had not always liked that pressure, but he had never forgotten it. The secret things his father had also belonged to secret societies. Maybe one, maybe several. The wizard never fully knew. His father honored covenants and did not reveal what he had sworn not to reveal. But sometimes he came home and spoke around the edges of mystery. Science, mysticism, symbols, leadership, hidden structures, ancient ideas wrapped in modern language. The young wizard listened closely. He wanted knowledge, but he did not like the idea that knowledge should be locked away. That became one of the great differences between father and son. The father believed some knowledge required preparation. The wizard believed truth eventually belonged to humanity. The war question then came: Vietnam. His father, conservative and patriotic, believed at first that the war was justified. The wizard found himself drawn into service through the Air Force. His mother had warned him against Army helicopters by laying out newspaper clippings of aircraft shot down in Vietnam. It was a mother's warning, a mother's prayer, a mother's fear laid out in ink and paper. The wizard joined anyway. Duty called. But something inside him remained uneasy. The letter. Then one day, the wizard received a letter from his father. It was not ordinary. In that letter, his father seemed to open a door. He spoke of values, teachings, and principles that had been instilled in him. And then came the shift. His father came out against the war effort. For the wizard, this was profound. A warrior, a patriot, a conservative businessman, a man of secret obligations and public responsibility. And yet he had reached a point where conscience spoke louder than old assumptions. The wizard felt the weight of that letter. It was not just paper. It was inheritance. The accident. A few days later, his father died in a car accident. The wizard always felt something about it was strange, suspicious, unsettled, not proven, not known, but never fully quiet inside him. His mother survived but was injured, and the wizard was flown home with help from the society his father had been connected to. He came home to grief, to responsibility, to arrangements, to a mother who needed care. Then, like many servicemen before him, he had to return to duty carrying sorrow in silence. The dream. But the strangest part came before he knew. On the night his father died, the wizard dreamed. Broken glass, flashing lights, a terrible scene. And then something impossible. A craft, a vessel, something like a spacecraft lifting his father away. The wizard woke disturbed. Hours later, he learned his father was gone. That dream stayed with him forever. Was it prophecy? Was it soul contact? Was it the mind sensing tragedy across distance? Was it the imagination building a bridge between grief and mystery? The wizard never knew. But he knew what it felt like. It felt like farewell. What his father left behind, his father left him more than sorrow. He left courage, discipline, skepticism, curiosity, duty, self-defense, leadership, and a lifelong hunger to understand hidden things. He also left a question. When should knowledge be protected? And when should it be shared? The wizard spent much of his life answering that question. Through robotics. Through AI. Through disclosure research. Through healing projects. Through writing. Through teaching. Through every attempt to turn secret knowledge into public benefit. Final entry: the wizard opened his notebook and wrote, "My father taught me strength, but his final letter taught me conscience." Then added, "He belonged to worlds of secrecy, but he gave me enough light to keep searching." And finally, perhaps the son's mission was not to reject the father's mysteries, but to carry them forward into a world where wisdom could serve more people. The wizard sat quietly. The past did not explain everything, but it gave him roots. And sometimes roots are what allow a man to reach toward the stars without losing himself. God bless. Global Robotics Corporation. Robert Coley.